The city recently celebrated its 100th anniversary as a city, and those interested in learning more about the historic occasion recently had the opportunity to do so at a meeting with the Attleboro Historic Preservation Society. The group held their monthly meeting at the Attleboro Industrial Museum last week, and the retired Sun Chronicle editor Mark Flanagan spoke about the city charter and the events leading up to the big change. To find out more, we spoke with Mr. Flanagan about the presentation.
Hi, my name's Mark Flanagan. I grew up here in Attleboro. I'm standing in the Attleboro Industrial Museum and remembering when it was the Attleboro Refinery, and I'd run by it on my way to the Union Theater, always hoping that they'd be smelting something interesting inside here, and look inside for the blue flames or whatever. It was an exciting place. I grew up here in town, went to college, landed in the newspaper business, and spent 40 years with the Sun Chronicle, and retired about a year ago. What brought me here tonight was an invitation from Victor Bonneville of the Historic Preservation Society. I think it followed some articles I had written in the Sun Chronicle about the 100th anniversary of the city charter. Oh, I was trying to get across the feeling of some excitement about the charter. 100 years ago tonight, the anticipation is nearing its peak on the conversion of town government to city government. And I was hoping I could convey some of that, and also some of the idea that history is always a continuum, that even though we break it up into little pieces, it all flows together. I have an interest in Attleboro history that I'm happy to share with other people. One big difference that could be seen between the Attleboro today and the Attleboro that I grew up in is right along here on Union Street. In the mid to late 1950s, if you were on Union Street, say about 5 o'clock at night when the day shift ended, there were literally hundreds of workers walking up and down the streets on their way home. To some of the big difference between the Attleboro I grew up in and the Attleboro of today is a change from a manufacturing-based society to more technological one today. Read through just about every edition of the Attleboro Sun from 1914 and backtracked into 1913 and 1912. But I did that over a period of months.